like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that.
Ah, shuck it, duck it.
Quack, quack.
Oh, see, Mr. Brown, me and Bernard, we got our routine too with that hello boys, hello girls. We got our routine too. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah. You didn't think we did. We got it.
All I want to say, hello, boys and ladies, wherever you at. You're a little bit late in viewing audience. We happy to be here tonight with you to give you information to make all of us better. But we cannot do it without you. So do me a favor, share. Please. Thank you.
Well, Fannie Lou is here, but she is not with her cameras working. So she ought to know that she must have a camera to be.
Sean, you don't want to have a little intro? I just saw that lady peep around the corner. If I had a rock, I would have thrown it at her to keep her head in. But evidently, she too quick for me.
Yeah, that's my ever so curious daughter.
Okay.
Just checking in, see what Daddy's up to.
Okay.
It's good to see you, Sean.
Oh, thank you. You too. You too there, Mr. Brown. You too.
Well, thank you. It's
good
always
to see everybody,
nice
actually.
It's always nice to be seen than viewed. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bernard?
Like my volume on my
yes, sir.
Working.
Good. Wait a minute. If your volume got a problem, put yourself on mute and I'll just talk to Bernard for a minute.
That's right.
I heard you got autographed this week.
Man, everybody want to be a part of me, man. I had to sign them.
But I have to compliment you. Dress real well, and I'm going to lose about probably 2 or 3 grams, and I'm gonna get me a new wardrobe, and I'm gonna grow me a beard, and I could probably go out with you.
You can.
And I can use my rap line on some of the girls. Hey, you in the green? Let's go in the country and pick some butter beans. Oh, Lord have mercy.
I don't know if she will go with you with that one, but hey, Mr. Brown, you got the color right, green.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And don't forget, if the guy on blue, I can say, hey, you in the blue? Let's do like we used to do. Oh! Eat your heart out, Bernard. You better not let me go out with you.
Yeah.
On the first one with the color greens and the beans, she must be some country girl like what the girl name off of Beverly Hills, Annie Mae?
No, Ellie Mae.
Ellie Mae?
Yeah, like Ellie Mae pick up tractors and stuff, and she's going to pick some beans. And then on the second one,
that lady ain't never pick up no tractor.
on the second one, the girl must be just dumb as hell to go for that one.
Oh, Julie, you just jealous because I got pickup line. I eat shrimp and slam poniac doughs and slap pimps. That's kind of bad boy.
Oh, suck it, duck it.
But you mama, hey boy, you getting real deep on that one.
Well, thank you, Bernard. That's me. You know, like I say, you know, number is a number game. Money out of sight calls a fight when you're dealing with the player of the week.
No.
Okay, cause you go all night long.
I'll be perfectly honest with you, since we just ain't nobody on the air right now too much. 2 minutes.
At least you being honest.
John, 2
No,
minutes.
at least hey Bernard, at least he's getting up.
Yeah.
I know it. Yeah.
I ain't gonna
That's
say.
not right.
Miss Brown asked me one time, say, you know, I need to ask you a question. You eat real slow. I'm happy for that. You know, I'm eating dinner and stuff. Because she know I'm a man of speed. And she want to know, why can I do other things as long as it takes me to eat? Supper.
Hey, that's good. You bringing your personal. That's good. You bringing your bedroom in this show.
Oh
That's
no,
all right.
I didn't bring my bedroom into it. I said we was eating supper, and she asked me what can I do. Oh, that's okay. People make mistakes, but don't talk about the bedroom all night long. But I do have a hurt back.
You know, there's bad thing going on all night long. You know?
You trying to call me a 2-minute man? Where's Fannie Lee Hammer tonight?
She coming. I guess she's trying to get her computer fixed.
And that other person, Tiffany. Tiffany
is just so busy.
Tiffany, Tiffany, you can run, but you can't hide. We looking for you. We hope got you elected, and that's what our campaign promise is broken already.
Wow.
Yeah. Man, she following the rest of them.
That's right. They make promises and don't come through.
Don't come through.
I need to see Tiffany to tell her she was so pretty the last time she was on the show, and I hadn't seen her. I know it must be 3 or 4 weeks. So Julius, give her a shout out. I know she got the program on. Are y'all ready for general discussion yet? Or y'all waiting on Fannie Lee Hammer to come on?
We're waiting on you to start general discussion.
Oh, I don't know that much about Dr. Fauci. I know he told me to take that shot, and I took 3 of them.
And that was good enough.
He did.
Yeah.
Dr. Fauci, they have discovered that Fauci and Big Pharma are in cahoots, which everybody already suspected. But,
exactly.
You know, I believe that all this was orchestrated so that the drug industries can recoup all the money they lost from the opioid crisis. Exactly. They lost trillions of dollars from the opioid crisis. So why not just kill off some people and make this money back? And Fauci was, I believe, a part of all that, like everybody suspects. Big Pharma don't care who they kill. You see, they killed Dr. Sebi. So they don't care who they kill.
So I don't want to interrupt you. You say, I didn't really need to take them shots that I took?
Oh, no, you need to take it. They created the virus to kill you and also created the vaccine to help you so they could get money. You know?
I'll be darned.
No.
Julius, you must be clairvoyant. How you know that?
Well, I Big Pharma told me.
Yeah. But no big pharmacy company always been back like that ever since 1990. When they was coming out with certain drugs and all that, and what the pharmacy people do, they pump, they go through these hospitals like Crawford Law, used to be Crawford Nice, Emory, and they go there and they give you a good deal. They take you out to dinner. They take you. They send money under the table. It always been that way. I've been in the medical field for 20 years at Emory Hospital, and it always been that way. That's why I'm telling you. Let me tell you, I weighed 155 pounds when I went to Emory Hospital back in 1991, and when I left, first 5 years, I weighed about 220, 230 because the pharmacy people will always take out, have a good party, pumping that money.
Yeah.
Is that's what they do? They pump that money in, and then they allow us to feed them their drugs and everything. So this ain't nothing new, and this ain't nothing new. And they made a killing during the pandemic. So I'm not surprised what Fauci. Matter of fact, it's more than just him. You know, it's more than just him. At the end of the day, you can throw Trump's name in there too. You can throw his name in there too.
You know what's interesting? You know, a lot of times when a person is not informed, they fail. Because I'll be honest with you, after you brought that, you know, to my attention, and I guess the viewing audience, you know, that's pretty interesting, and it could have very well, but what's the word, got in cahoots and to make a lot of money. And that's what power does sometimes. It puts you in position, and then he told the world and told the United States to take this shot. And like Julie said, that virus was manufactured by probably some people. And I felt hooked, I ain't gonna lie, hook, line, and sink. I took all 3 of the shots. And I asked them about the fourth one, and they told me, slow down, Charlie. You know, you don't really need the fourth one. And because I was trying to get the 5th one, and I ain't got the 4th one yet. Yeah. So. Yeah.
And the main pharmacy company, Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson.
And that's the one all black people trust.
Yeah. Johnson & Johnson is the lead candidate for just doing what they're going to pay you to give them what they want, period. Absolutely.
That's interesting. Sean said, "Oh, black people trust him because the name Johnson."
No, because of that. I mean, come on, man. You ain't never put Johnson & Johnson. What you put on your babies? Will you wipe your baby? What kind of talc? The baby powder, the from the deodorant, everything was manufactured from Johnson & Johnson back in the day.
Right.
You saw everything for babies. It was either Gerber or Johnson & Johnson.
You're absolutely
Gerber
right.
or Johnson & Johnson, and that whole and then Pampers, you know. But those
Johnson didn't do Pampers actually.
No, but I'm just saying, you know, I'm sure.
Procter & Gamble was the Pamper people. Matter of fact, the person came out with Pampers first, if you want to call it that, was Kleenex. And they took the market from Kleenex because Kleenex slept on it. I thought I'd just share that.
Okay. Well, we're glad that you know that information.
But I was, you know, just like Bernard, I spent my career in the medical field.
Wow.
One of the things that bothered me the most out of what I did was, you know, we were supposed to cause no harm. You know, that's one of the biggest messages out there. Cause no harm, do no harm. You know, and I actually had a soldier. There's a syndrome called barium gray. And it's like everything literally has to line up with it. It's a warm vaccine. The person has to be a hunter, has to have gotten bit by a deer tick with Lyme disease in order for this barium gray to happen. And literally all of that lined up for him. And it was a shot that I gave him in the military, but I was ordered to give him. You know, it was, hey, doc, 100% everybody. Bye.
So it was like a test to see how it would work.
No, not a test. This was an actual vaccine. This was the regular flu virus, the flu shot.
I got you.
And this was, you know, back in 2003. But, you know, ever since then, I started looking more into what I was giving my soldiers and my, you know, everybody else. I was the NCOIC in Brook Army Medical Center. That's the main hospital for the I was the NCOIC of the hematology oncology clinic.
Okay, good.
And and there we had a section of experimental drugs, experimental chemo. It's like, hey, it's not FDA approved. It's not, but
But y'all had extra soldiers you could actually try it on.
Right. Like the soldiers,
you.
as long as you U.S. government, you are U.S. government. As long as you part of the United States government, you cannot tell me, no, doc, I don't want that shot. You're gonna have to show me proof why you can't have that shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's interesting, Sean. I'm glad you're sharing that information tonight, and I hope the viewing audience share with soldiers and share with friends, to wake them up, because for the fact that you opened my eyes, and I wouldn't have took that many covert shots. I mean, like I say, I took 3 of them. And we're looking for the 4.
You told to take 5 of them. It almost killed you, man. Really, we got 2 more subjects on
you go. You
what you say, Sandra?
You go to heaven.
Hey, everybody. I would have still took my COVID shots. I don't.
Yeah, how many you took, Sonya?
3? 4 thus far.
I took 3.
2. Bernard is still healthy and shining.
Yeah, I took the first 2, and then the 2 boosts.
Me
and I'm looking good.
My wife didn't take none. She didn't take none at all.
Nah.
Yeah. Well, she wanted to be around so that when it killed you, she could still be.
Well, we're not gonna hit below the belt. This is a family show, because I almost say some choice words you won't like to hear tonight. Go ahead, son. Okay, what you were saying?
I said I took my 4,
right.
And I mean, for personal reasons, but
well, I wanna compliment you. I like what you got on. You look very what's the word? Very attractive tonight. I want you to know that. So, viewing audience, I want you to share, and she might be able to get a hot date all night long.
All right, next subject. Ex-police chief Roy Mentor, y'all. Y'all remember Roy, right?
No, I don't remember Roy. Who was Roy Mentor?
Never met him.
Roy. Y'all remember Roy?
I remember Roy. He was there very short, but I remember him.
Yeah, I remember him, Julius.
Okay, well, this is what happened to Roy.
What happened?
Roy quit the police department as police chief of Savannah Police so he could take the U.S. Marshal's job, but he was nominated.
Correct.
And nomination expired.
So how can a nominee expire? Because they never picked him, or how that work?
I don't know. I guess you got 90 days or something for the.
Tell me how that work. You work for the government. How that work?
The president got to appoint you. Huh?
What happened?
I said the president got to appoint you within a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they can renominate him because ain't nobody got the job. So, but as for now, he left his job thinking that he was getting the U.S. Marshal's post, and something happened where he has not gotten it. Why?
It is the federal government. You don't ever leave a job before you have a job.
Exactly.
That is the golden rule right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess they told him he was a shoe-in, and with Warnock probably nominating him, and Ossoff and Van probably pushing them to get it to him, and now you see that you can get screwed.
And he probably is a shoe-in, but the federal government moves slow on everything except collecting our taxes.
Yep.
I don't think he's hurting, because if I'm not mistaken, he retired from the police department in Arizona. I think he did like 20-something years there, and he had a retirement already. Then he took the job in Savannah. So I don't think he's hurting for money. I think he's all right. But it is ironic that he did quit and say he was appointed or something to be a U.S. Marshal, and now he didn't get the job.
But it's something they hiding. they throw that out there to hide what really going on. You know.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Because why not? Biden, the only person got to make the decision.
Right.
All you got to do is sign the paperwork.
Yeah. They're just throwing that out there because it's more to the story than what it is. Trust me on that one.
Yeah.
You right, Bernard.
Yeah, it's always a backstory.
Yeah.
You know, that's the real story, the backstory.
You're absolutely correct, B.
Yeah.
Absolutely correct. Okay, our last one for general discussion. Our last one, I don't know whether y'all gonna enjoy this, but y'all tell me what y'all think. And this will be our last general discussion for the day. I'm gonna cue up the video and y'all listen to it, look at it, and then tell us what you think. Because when I saw it, I had my opinion, but y'all know my opinion. So here you go.
Why your voice cracking, my nigga? Come on, bro. Yeah, walk the fuck back, nigga. You got me fucked up, nigga. You got me bent, bitch. What? Bro, I'm on, bro. Do you really say that shit, bro? I'm on, bro. Everybody saying that shit, my nigga. Bro, they lying shit, bro. Stop lying, my nigga. You the one lying, bro. I'm on, bro. Stop fronting, my nigga. You know you said that shit, bro. I'm on. Bro, say it too, bro. We're right here, bro. Everybody's watching, my nigga. What's up, bro? You ain't telling me shit. Bro, I'm on, my nigga. Bro, you a whole ass bitch, bro. Come on, man.
Man, if we're gonna take him.
Ooh, he said cut straight up. Yeah. Bro, why you shaking, bro? So you say that shit or what's up, bro? You say that shit, bro? You say that shit or what? I'm telling you, bro.
Okay.
Let me go first.
That was a fight between the teacher and the student, and the teacher just got enough. And y'all can see on the end, he zoned out. He it just was it. Go ahead, Sandra. You get to go first.
He deserved every hit. Every hit, he deserved it. He deserved the first punch when he when he started talking about this, my ninja. What? Who we? We ain't partners. We ain't friends. Boop, boop, boop. That would have been it. I surrender my job right after I get his ass.
And I think that's going to happen.
Boom. His fight game is foul. That's why he teaching. Because he can't do it, doggone it. His fight game was foul. He ain't hit that boy not one time. If I'm going to lose my job over hitting a student, trust and believe, I'm going to lock him down. Oh, wait. Ain't no way in the world he should have missed that many times.
Nah.
It was a good beat down. And
I'm going. You know what? Let me tell you something. I understand what y'all say in y'all comments, but I've been dealing with kids for 25 years, and yes, the guy was talking noise. Yes, he was. But at the end of the day, the teacher should have hold strength and not. He was the first one. He's gonna get that guy ain't gonna get arrested. The student, he is, because he hit that guy first.
And
They gonna
defended
say who hit
himself.
it first. I think he should have kept restraining himself and shouldn't have hit that guy like that. That's my opinion. I've been in a situation like that, and believe me, you got to hold your composure and not react to how that, your words. He was talking, he was calling them names and all that. At the end of the day, I wouldn't put my hand on that young man. That's in my opinion. At the end of the day. So when the judge say who hit first, he hit first. Period. That guy was talking, but he didn't put his hand on him. That's my opinion. I think the boy was out of line, and the teacher was out of line for punching that boy like that.
A punching attempt. Okay. Now, I'll be perfectly honest with you. Here's the adult in the room.
Mm-hmm.
He could have do a couple of things. Although the guy punked him out or whatever, but again, he's the adult in the room.
Mm-hmm.
He simply should tell him to shut down or sit down or leave, or call a principal office or security and say, I got an individual is out of control and y'all need to come remove him because I'm at a boiling point and I don't know what might happen in the room. He's just speaking because he's the adult in the room. He's in control. And that's what he should have done. The young man took his nerve because the young man would have took Charlie Brown nerve. And I'll tell you, Jews know me about 30, 35 years ago. I would have wore him out with a baseball bat. He'd have had knots on his head that he'd be showing his friend right now today. See, he did it. But again, it's not me. He is the adult in the room. And it should have been handled different.
Yeah.
Although he probably will not get much respect, but I think you get more respect because he reported security, the principal, say you need to remove him. And guess what? The number one thing, he cannot come back in this class no more because he's setting a bad example for the rest. And that's my feeling on it. And I'm being perfectly honest.
You're going to kick it to the next person. You're a host. You're not a guest.
Well, you're absolutely right. Oh, great second one. When I kick it to Natalie, go ahead.
Natalie, mute.
Natalie, what's going to be the problem? What's wrong with Natalie?
Natalie, you're muted. Okay.
All right. Let me see if I can kick it to Sean already give his answer, didn't he? Oh,
now you're frozen. Okay. Okay, well, let's kick it over to Sean because Natalie having some technical difficulties. Sean, what you say?
Well,
because I come from dominant education.
Natalie, you're gonna have to get a different computer because you're
gonna tell you when I went to school, I never had a black teacher, and I seen children thrown out the class with their desk and everything, like in their desk, and the whole desk come flying. What the teacher did. What I'm saying is, there used to be a respect for teachers that is no longer there anymore. And when that happened, like when those incidents would happen at the school, when I remember going to school, the kid was more afraid to tell his parents what happened in the class.
Oh, yeah.
Level of respect. Like, how do we get back to that? That's my question.
Well, we'll work on that one later. Sean?
I actually, just like she said, was one of those people that was afraid to tell their parents what the teacher did and all that. At the same time, we didn't have any. We had one male teacher. He was the principal. I never dealt with male teachers until like I see it now a lot now, and I'm like, okay, maybe that's to keep, to control the thugs and stuff like that in the school, or to show a level of like, hey, we here too. But yeah, I don't know if I could have handled that situation again the way that he did. You know what I'm saying? If I really wanted to get at that student or whatever, I probably would have took him away from the rest of the students. Be like, come on, let's talk outside. Let's talk, man. Like man, you calling me a nigga and all, I mean, you calling me a ninja and all that other stuff. Come on, let's talk outside away from everybody else. That way you can get everything off your chest and we're not interrupting the class. As soon as we get out there, I'm gonna throat chop them.
Well, see, these kids these days,
you don't get to go again.
They give their teachers the same level of respect that they give their parents.
Hey, you don't get to go again before me.
Good.
Oh, okay, go ahead. I thought
everybody get one shot.
All right, why don't you go ahead and take it all great second one?
Okay, my opinion. Oh, that what that meant when you text me that today? Okay.
Right, because I'm the number one. Right. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Y'all might not agree with me, but if that was my son, I would go and shake the teacher's hand, because that's exactly what I would have been doing to my son. That boy was disobedient. He needed that ass cut. Mm. He needed exactly what he got. He is a grown damn man when he started talking to that grown man like that. Mm-hmm. He's in another area now. So if he want to be bad and he's showing off in front of his friends, ain't nothing he can say to his friends no more. Yeah. Now, the only repercussions for that teacher is he gonna probably face some charges, and then the little fool probably come back and shoot him, because these kids are stupid these days.
Exactly.
But where do we draw the line? Where do we get these kids in order? They used to paddle us back in the day.
Corporal punishment.
You know what? Why you can't have a parent in the class?
Can I say this, fellas? Y'all listen. I think I'm the oldest person on the show. We got a major problem. The kid gonna press charges. He will go to jail for assault because he did hit him first, and all the witnesses in the classroom gonna say he did, probably rather not. He should have been the adult in the room. Now we dealing with a different time and a different period. Life imitating art, and I'm sorry, and they see it happen in the movies. They see it happen all over, and it's not real. But he was the adult in the room, and he had to maintain and put him out of the class. He shouldn't have swung on him because he had to lead by example. I'm being perfectly honest. I wanted to, and I'm telling you what I would have done to him in Charlie Brown. But I'm trying to tell you.
He took one for the team, Charlie. He beat his ass so that everybody else would know, don't do that to a teacher because it might happen to you next. That little boy was disrespectful.
No, he did not take one for the team. Yeah. He did not take one for the team. He did not, because others say we got him fired, and I'm going to try it with Mr. Wilson. I'm going to try it with Mr. Johnson. And they're all going to do it. If they hit me, I'm going to press charges, and they're going to jail.
Then the other ones will say, well, if they ain't going to do nothing, I just cut their ass out. No. Did you see him get on the phone earlier? He walked away from the boy and got on the phone, say, baby, call my lawyer because I'm fit to whip one ass. That's what he said. That's what I would have said. I'm fit to whip one. He went back over there. That boy called him a bitch ass motherfucker. Mm-hmm. That's what he called him. Ain't no man gonna let no little boy talk to him like that. I don't care where you at.
If you grown enough to say that, you grown enough to get your teeth knocked out.
Don't go into teaching if you gonna be soft like that. Don't go into teaching. See, these boys need discipline nowadays because they're out of control. They're killing each other. They're killing everybody, and there's nothing we can do with them.
And
what they need.
And Jewish, and I hear your point. That anger is in me. That anger's in Sean, Bernard, Natalie, Fannie Lou Hamer. It's there. But I'm trying to tell you, that's not the answer.
We know that.
No, then don't you promulgate. No, let me finish.
It's like Bernard.
Hold on, let me tell you.
We had this girl at the party, and we told you to take one for the team at our reunion party. We told Bernard, say, hey, take one for the team.
Take one for the team. Yeah.
You know, Bernard was gonna take one for the team. You know?
I know.
That's what he did.
I know. Our heart.
Hey, but listen.
Our heart
in public school system. Mr. Brown, listen, y'all listen. In the public school system, we have to sign a contract, and the contract said in the contract that you will restrain yourself for any violence that you create if any kid approach you or anything like that. That's in the contract. That's what we signed to deal with these kids at the end of the day. So what he did was, yes, you get frustrated. Yes, you do. But at the end of the day, you sign an oath that you would not retaliate like he did. And that's what it said. When it's time for them to go to court, the lawyer gonna bring that contract right there, and he gonna read it. So you say beat the hell out this kid, or you should have did this and that. At the end of the day, if he couldn't handle the heat, he should have got out the kitchen. And that's what we signed up to. And it's worse if thing happened in that way. I think he should have hold himself. I don't think he should have, my opinion, I don't think he should have reacted like that, because you are dealing with a situation where, yeah, it would have got out of hand. It did get out of hand. But like I said, you signed a contract to restrain yourself. I know I did, you know, and I've been there for 25 years, and I never, ever had to react like that.
Okay, Bernard, but I know you're going to hate what I'm about to say, because you always pro parents. But if more parents would carry, if more parents would go up to the school, you know, and if more students knew that the parents were,
y'all gotta do something with y'all.
I know it.
Cable. This is unsteady.
You back, Sandra?
Can you guys hear me?
Now.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. If more kids knew, like my son, I go up anytime I get a message from a teacher. I'm up there within 10 minutes, and I'm sitting in the classroom for the rest of the day. And if he want to be embarrassed like that in the 11th grade, I don't care, because I got time today. I take my computer and everything, and I go and show my ass, just like he's showing his ass.
Okay.
And I get cooperation for at least another 3 weeks.
Okay. You are one exceptional parent. I'm telling you, what's happened to a lot of the parents, they are their friends, and they're not their friends. And I just keep stating, life imitate art. We live in a different world now. The kids are not responding like Chris might, because you developed that discipline with him somehow, but you did. And again, I'm not rationalizing. I'm saying it's difficult. And I have to say, hats off to teachers. I mean that.
What do y'all think? Ivan Cohen said, let me get this in what Ivan Cohen said. He said, what happens if the parent of that child file a lawsuit against the teacher? Yeah. Well, if the parent of that child files a lawsuit against the teacher, then the damn parent is the problem. Because that child was the most disrespectful little idiot that ever walked the earth. You know, he was a little prick.
I hope
the boxing, Bernard,
but he should have slapped the hell out of him.
Yeah, but I don't think the parent is the parent. If a parent file a lawsuit, I don't think the parents filing a lawsuit on what the guy said. The parent filing a lawsuit because the teacher put his hand on his child, not that the child. Yeah, the child did, but she gonna file a lawsuit because the teacher put her hand on his child. That's what.
And guess what? And guess what? Most of the parents, I've been around a while, Savannah High and other schools, most of the parents already say the teacher is wrong and their kid is right. I've seen them come up to the school and not get the story of the teacher, just what their kids say, and that's what they go on. And y'all need to take the blinders off, because you know that's what's happening. Because that is what's happening.
Yeah.
Well, I would ask them to where is the teacher? Where is the teachers association? Because just like the police officers have their backing, so do teachers. And like there has to be some point, because now this country is really asking teachers to be not just teachers. You know, they're asking them to be human shields, bodyguards. They're asking them to do all these things. So I understand a parent not wanting a teacher to put their hands on them. I understand that. But there also has to be some recourse for the teachers, because they went to school to learn. They didn't go to school to wrestle with children. They didn't go to school to be assaulted. So there has to be some kind of balance given, should be coming to the defense of these teachers, because, you know, I'm not condoning the teacher putting his hands on the student. What I'm saying is there has to be some level of control given to the teacher. And if they don't have that level of control, then they cannot teach.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Bernard was saying. They signed a contract, and I'm pretty sure it's a standard all around the state. And I'm saying what he did, he was an adult in the room, and he didn't conduct himself. Bernard, you and I are going to agree tonight really on this subject. Julius, I want to compliment you. That's a good one you brought up, because it's happening right now all over the state, you know, in Chatham County. Life imitating art. John, you feel me on that? It's a fact. It is.
I have a question about the whole thing. I mean, about, you know, because I'm not a teacher, nothing like that. But
I already figured that out.
Throwing around racial slurs or whatever. How far, if a student is throwing around racial slurs, what's in that contract or whatever, as far as to stop or to, you know, another student, like, what happened to the other students in the class that, you know, once somebody of another that weird race or whatever come out their mouth the wrong way with the wrong words, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, now you not just offending that teacher, you offending everybody. You know what I mean? You offending everybody in here or whatever. And what if another student came up in there and hit that student? I mean, wasn't that teacher supposed to keep control of his classroom? Like, isn't that part of the whole teacher, the signing of the contract? Like, hey, you got to keep your class in control. Yeah. You can't let a student come up here and be in control of the class and talk and all that. At some point, he's supposed to be able to jack him up by the back of the pants and toss him out the class, right?
Yeah.
Sean,
but you know what?
You did make a statement a while ago. You was not a teacher, and I am aware of that, and you will never be a teacher. You done beat that enough, and the dead horse, Julia, you can get ready to go to the commercial. Sean will never be a teacher. Thank you for sharing that. Julia, you can go to the commercial.
Okay. All right. Fannie
Hey,
Lou
Jew.
having some technical problems. Or not?
Hey, I got a question. We looked at that video, right? And the question is, okay, why it got to that, and why that young man was angry to get like that. We didn't see what happened in the beginning.
The backstory.
Yeah, why all that happened.
Correct.
That's why I don't know what happened to get there.
Correct.
It doesn't matter.
It do matter. It do matter what happened, because whatever beginning happened, that's why it went that way. What happened in the beginning? Did he say something to him? Or what happened? Because kids don't just jump up and get angry. They jump up and get angry because something happened to them.
A child never has the right
to put everything on the parents.
An adult.
But at the end of the day, sometimes adult need to act like adult. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't in that situation, then you don't know what you do. Sometimes adults need to act like adults. What happened for that young man to react that way? Something happened.
He sounded like he was being called a liar, or he was trying to get the teacher to admit that he said something. He was like, "Didn't you say that, my ninja? Didn't you say that? Didn't you say that?"
But either way, don't y'all drag us back into that. Thank you for making the point. We can go to number one, Julius.
That's correct. Absolutely. Alabama University basketball player kills a girl that did not want to flirt with him. He tried to talk to the girl, and the girl wouldn't talk. And this fool and his friend go back by and shoots the girl. And this is him here. He shoots and kills this girl.
Wow.
Yeah, she's a pretty young lady.
She did not want to talk to him. This fool, a basketball player at the University of Alabama, shoots and kills him and his friend, shoots in the car and killed this girl.
That's correct.
Didn't want to talk to him. That's crazy.
Well, you know, and it's real sad, because for the fact he went up to her and he saw to introduce himself, and I guess in that town or wherever, he said, "You don't know who I am?" And she went, "Huh? Don't make no difference." She was with her boyfriend, the guy she was dating.
Snap.
Yeah, she was with her, so he didn't respect him at all, because he was like a star with the basketball team. And and they left from wherever they was at, and they was driving down the street. He spot her in the car, and he tried to get her attention from that point. They sort of didn't respond on the news, and he shot into the car, and a bullet struck her and killed her. And that's a sad thing. Then the coach say, "Oh, he's no longer on the team. We put him off."
Quick.
I think you should put him. But
he was on injured reserve or something like that. He was injured anyway. He was struggling with a knee injury.
Yeah, but he was still on the team.
Yeah, he ain't got to worry about being on the team no more.
Yeah, but the thing is that this is going on all over America, where you have men, not just young men, but older men, middle-aged men. They cannot accept. That's why those 4 kids in Idaho is dead right now, because the white boy was trying to get one of them girls that was in that house, and they didn't give him the time of day.
You're right.
How he get in that without no forced entry, no nothing? Somebody had to let him in.
Well, no, the thing is that was the party house.
The roommate said she heard her girl in the room and him telling her, I'll help you. I'll make it better.
Well, that was after he done stabbed her up.
But she heard her crying in there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The whole time, it's like that wasn't no fuss. Yeah. That's somebody that they let in.
That dude was lying. I believe he was lying and waiting for them in that house. But my main point is that you got a lot of men walking around right now today that don't know how to take rejection. That's why you have the date rape drugs. That's why you have an overwhelming portion of people just blowing girls' brains out, blowing women brains out.
Sonia, you don't have to go to Alabama. You just go right. No, I'm using it as an example. Right here in Savannah, the spa, the guy in Savannah, the girl quit him, start dating someone else. He go on her job and blow her away. Right on Mall Boulevard, less than 8 weeks ago.
Yeah. Last year. That was like the last murder last year. Something like that, right?
Yes.
This morning,
blowed her away.
23-year-old blew his 21-year-old girlfriend head off because she said, I don't want to be with you no more.
That's correct.
I mean,
that's correct.
We need to toughen up these guys and tell them we not only does no mean no, but you don't have to drug them and you don't have to kill them, because God made double the amount of women in this world than he made men.
Yeah.
So damn it, if your game good enough, you're gonna get one at some point.
You're absolutely right, because I use lines like this to pick up. I say, hey, mildew barbecue, what you gonna do? Huh? And the girls all say, oh, we love you. But what we back at, life imitating art. They play these games, they see it in the movies, and I'm telling you, we're in a crisis. And you're right, son. We're gonna have to, I don't know what we can do. We can just send out a positive message and just hope we can go back to dating the traditional way. But that ain't happening no more. They're killing people now.
Mm-hmm. And it's not black on black. It's not white on white. It's not. It's all across the board.
It's kind of like, I want to ask the question, who wrote the book on love? That's the only way to really answer it. Who wrote the book on love? How you teach a young man that,
this is not, no.
That's not love.
That's not love. Love does not hurt.
I'm not saying it's love.
Love does
That's
not kill, and love does not murder.
Yeah. And love don't hurt. Love don't force. If somebody say, no, I really don't, you're not my type. You can't force a woman to make you her type.
All right. Anybody else got anything on this?
Yeah, if you read 1 Corinthians chapter 13, it will tell you what you need to know.
I would just like to say,
Ms. Brown told him that because he didn't know that. Ms. Brown told him that.
But you know what's interesting? You can stage me up on that. Don't care where it come from, but it's something out of the Bible and it's scripture.
That is absolutely correct.
And that's what's important. It's people like you is why society is the way it is today. Did you have your take on beating that kid? Julius, you got to come in and I will pray for you.
That kid needed to beat down. He needed to beat down. What that guy should have did was when he got his grandson or his son and then went to town.
We're not on that subject. We're not on that subject. I'm going to mute you. Yeah. I'm going to mute you. We're not on that subject.
That's acceptable, Renard?
What did you say, Joe?
If either when he got his grandson or his son, they go whip his butt.
Yeah, get his grandson.
Okay.
We're talking about,
yeah, definitely.
Bernard, don't why you put him up there? Kanye, don't you threaten me.
Kanye got married. Got married.
To what?
A Kim
lookalike.
You know what? Somebody need to pray for Kanye. Kanye needs prayer.
A lot of it. Tyler, you in the church right now. Can you say a prayer? I see all those crosses behind you. over your head there? Charlie is the one that will say the prayer for Kanye.
He need prayer, man.
Oh,
he need prayer.
Charlie needs prayer too, because he told me don't call the man Kanye, call him Ye. He deserved to be called Ye.
Julius, all I can say is that Kanye has got self-hate of himself. He don't want to be in that color skin he in. He wants to be any color but black. And that is so sad, where he made most of his money off of black people till he started selling them ugly shoes and stuff, and white people bought them, but not us. I know better.
Gee, I know a bunch of people got them $700 shoes ain't worth 50 cents.
I got my 50 cents.
You couldn't even give me a pair.
Why you drag Curtis Jackson into that, Julius? Why? You didn't have to drag 50 Cent into that, Julius. That was wrong.
Hey, but he married does he hate, something you say he hates himself, but does he hate black women, or does he just prefer white women? What do y'all think?
I don't, let me say this. I don't think no black man or whatever hate black women. I don't think they hate black women. At the end of the day, you choose who you want to be with. You choose who you want to be with. At the end of the day, ain't no different than a black woman being with a white man. Ain't no different than a black woman being with an Asian. Ain't no different. You choose who you want to be with. At the end of the day, some men are so weak that they can't handle the black personality. Because some black women, not all, can really destroy your manhood. Can really take your manhood from you. And I'm gonna keep it goddamn real right now. So, Sonya, I'm gonna keep it real with you, because you pro-woman all the way. But let me say this here. You got some black women with cold hard take the core out you at the end of the day. And I just had a situation like that where I had to talk to one of my family members about that. You have to realize how you talk to us. And you got some men can't handle it. You got some men can't handle it. Okay? At the end of the day.
It's a mutual.
So you wait, let me finish, Sonya. Let me finish. I let you finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Okay, and then you have your say so when you defend the black women. I'm gonna say this.
Okay,
here.
go ahead.
I'm gonna say this here. Y'all can destroy a black manhood down to the core. Okay, and that's what it's a. You know what? It's a war against the black man and the black women. That's what's going on in this society right now. Okay, if we don't do what y'all say do, y'all gonna say this or this. Not all y'all, some of y'all. And I ain't telling you what I heard. I'm telling you, sometimes you go through that. You go through that. And at the end of the day, the white man treat the white women like shit, and the black women treat the black man like shit, so they get together at the end of the day. And let me say this here. We do not go out and go get no white. Women come to us. All colored women come to us. At the end of the day, period. They catch us when we in kindergarten. They come to us. Trust me on that. Okay. So if you want a black man or whatever for them to take us down, you send that black woman and she will take us down. So we need to send that black woman to Van Johnson and take him down.
I'm gonna say this. First of all, I get what you're saying, Bernard, that we as a people need to be lifting each other up. Mm-hmm. But there is no way that what black men do is they get to a certain status, and then the women that they rolled into that status with no longer is acceptable to them, because they've gotten to a certain status. And now they feel like the prize is giving the oppressor their money, and I'm going to take care of the oppressor's women. You know, this is the prize. And I can't see myself waking up beside old oppressor. Be it a woman, be it a man, white, be it a man, Indian, be anything outside my king or my queens, I can't mess with it because they can't relate to my struggle. Exactly. And when I start moving up the ladder, which I am up the ladder, I'm not taking care of the oppressor. I'm taking care of my people. And that is why I feel so offended here in Houston when I see every 2 out of 3 black men walking around with either white women or these Mexican women.
Wow.
And,
really?
Yes.
That's a change.
It is hard. You would be hard pressed to find a black man with a black woman. Whoa. And they will look at you and don't even speak as if you did something to offend them. When your mama is black, your daddy is black, your sisters and aunties are black. So what the hell you doing taking care of the oppressor's white daughter and nieces and rising them up and giving them an inheritance? They already got an inheritance. What the hell they doing with yours?
Wow, that's pretty interesting. I appreciate you joining that. Natalie, you want to say something on that subject as well?
She got to unmute herself.
I would say that, you know, society right now, to me, is following along the marketing. Well, the black community is following the marketing that we're being fed. We're being fed shows that highlight toxic relationships. We're being fed shows that highlight everything that our community used to fight against. So when you are looking at your choice in relationships and what people choose, love is love. I'll give you that. However, if it's done because if you're dating a particular race of person because you think another race has a problem, then you're the one with the problem. You know, if you're gonna lump everybody, you as an individual don't want to be lumped into the group of every person of color. Therefore, you can lump every woman of color into the same group. Now, the other issue is, which is very toxic to me, is this idea of black men and black women fighting against each other. Who said that? Who started that? Who started the fight? I feel like the media has been sitting there being that little instigator, talking about, oh, they said your mama, what you gonna do? You understand what I'm saying? There comes a point where if we're kings and queens, then we need to lift each other up. I don't have time to get into an argument to down another black man, and I don't think any black men should be downing a black woman. Now, I will say this also, there's a whole lot of people on social media right now giving advice about relationships, and these people ain't never come from a healthy relationship. How you gonna tell me? I'm someone who was blessed in that area. I was blessed to have a mother and father who've been together and are still together. My mother did not work. She kept the home and my father worked. I was blessed in that arena. I understand that. But nobody who doesn't come from that situation is about to tell me what a healthy marriage looks like because they ain't never seen one. So there's a lot of people talking, but sometimes you have to step back and look.
Julia, okay, we got to keep your comments a little shorter, people, because we got a lot of stuff to cover.
Go ahead, Julia. You got a comment?
No, I'm not. I don't have no more comments.
I got one right quick. I dated this many years ago. I was in my 20s, and I was playing the field, and I met this girl, and I went and bought 2/5 of liquor, and I said, I'm going to get her drunk so I can score. I'm not joking. I was in my 20s. That's a long time ago. That's before I almost got married. And I took the liquor until we went to her house, and we started drinking. I woke up the next morning. She said, you passed out. I got drunk. She drunk me under the table. I got drunk. I can't remember nothing. And she took my shirt or whatever I had took off from drinking and escorted me out the door and never went out with me again. See, that's why I didn't like dating black women at that time, because I thought I could give her, a couple drinks like some white girl, falling down. Okay. Man, she was still drinking at 2:00 in the morning.
We don't have long people, so let's get this video here out the way. Our next subject is before our last subject, and our last subject is kind of long. Educated black men marrying outside their race.
That's what
y'all know.
That's a segue.
It's a great segue. Because I'm gonna let y'all listen to the video and y'all see this stat that we're educated black men marry outside their race more than all the other races combined on the earth. Mm-hmm. It's a problem. Mm-hmm. Houston, we do have a problem. Mm-hmm. So where Uncle Sean go? I want you to look at this video, Uncle Sean. Don't go nowhere.
I'm here. My bad.
Yeah, you might when he got that drink Charlie was talking about. He gonna drink him a girl under the table.
Yeah, well, that girl drunk me under the table.
So y'all listen to this video about 2 minutes long, and let's give me y'all comments on this, and let's see what y'all think about this.
That Afro descendants are really aware of their African roots.
I think that we are aware of the roots, but we are in denial of the roots. Okay? This is why black women spend billions of dollars on perm, weave, blonde hair, green eyes, blue eyes. This is why educated black men, I don't care if they live in Paris, I don't care if they're in Austria, Holland, UK, Canada, US, or South Africa. Educated black men marry outside of their race more than the men of any other race put together, because you hate yourself. And the reason why we do this is we actually think we can convince white people if we act white enough to accept us, because we don't understand white supremacy and we don't understand eugenics. Eugenics is the science of exterminating the African DNA. It don't matter if you're light skinned with green eyes, you still African. It don't matter if you're blue, black, purple with nappy hair, you still African. It don't matter if you in Paris speaking French or the US speaking English. At the end of the day, you carry the gene of Africa. And that gene of Africa is the most powerful DNA on earth. We are the only people who can reproduce ourselves in every other group. I can make a baby with a Chinese woman, it's an African baby. I can make a baby with a French woman, it's an African baby. An Arab, an East Indian, a Native American, it's an African baby. You understand? The white man cannot reproduce himself in any other woman but one who looks like him, because he's genetically recessive. I'm genetically dominant, and that's why he must eliminate me. Because in the natural order of things, if I do absolutely nothing, we can literally predict the date where he will no longer exist. So he has to make a decision. He either has to get rid of me first before nature gets rid of him.
So speaking about this, what is your feeling about interracial marriage?
I don't support it.
Why?
I have nothing against white women or Chinese women or Arab women or East Indian women, but the black man belongs with the black woman. The first institution that has to be built is the black family. If you don't save that, you save nothing else. If you don't build that, you build nothing else. A white woman can understand my struggle. A Chinese woman can understand my struggle. And what black men fail to recognize, even when you marry white or Arab or Chinese or East Indian or Latino, that woman is still loyal to her race. So it doesn't matter if she had your baby. It doesn't matter if y'all got married. It doesn't matter if y'all sleeping with each other. At the end of the day, her loyalty is not to her husband. It is to her community. And at any moment that community calls on her to do a job, she will do it. So even though you're laying on top of her, she's still in charge of you.
Don't say no more.
Love it.
Don't say no more.
Next damn subject.
Exactly.
Julius, I don't even need to comment on it. What he's saying, it is his opinion, but guess what? It's a true damn opinion. I'm letting you know. He is right.
He said, even though you laying on top of her, she's still in charge of you.
Yeah,
exactly. So
doing it all night long.
That little patch of hair is power.
That's the reason why the Kardashians, every time y'all black men get with one of these Kardashians, you ain't never the same again. You're crazy.
They got that good.
Now, it don't have to be no Kardashian. You know what? Hey, listen, I only been with 2 black women. I've been with one woman for 35 years, and I've been with another black woman for 5 years. At the end of the day, I prefer black women because black women are more strong, and black women can handle me. The other race cannot handle me because I don't like a weak woman. I like a strong woman. So when I hit bottom, she gonna pick me up. At the end of the day, we're gonna have our ups and downs, but at the end of the day, that's just I love my black women because they have so many. They have so many different colors. They can be light skin, dark skin, brown skin, red skin, period, at the end of the day. So, but I'm not going, I agree with some of it and I don't agree with some of it, but I'm not going, it is not all of us like that. So don't put all black men in the same box. Some of them, yeah, some of them like that, but not all of us. Okay? Not all of us not like that. And I'm like, I get tired of society always beating the shit out of us, excuse me. And I'm getting tired of it. We need to start fighting back and defending ourselves, black men. At the end of the day, we strong black men, and we take care of our family, and we take care of everybody that we have to take care of. Just because we made more money, if some of them made money, that didn't go to the white woman, or didn't give to the Asian, they went to the black woman. Okay, so stop putting all us in the same damn box.
But a lot of y'all
ain't no but.
The black race. You killing the black race. You watering
who killing the black race, Sonya? Who killing the black race?
The black men.
The black man ain't killing the black race.
You do not see a big exodus of black women leaving the black race. And
I done see some black women
but they are.
No, y'all ain't staying with the black men. Oh, y'all done. Hazel May done went to the white man. Done went. All y'all ain't went there.
A lot of more y'all leaving the black race than it is black women because black women are loyal to a fault.
Not all y'all.
Loyal to
not
black men. A bunch of them.
All of them. Ain't gonna never be all of them.
A lot of them are loyal
to a fault. And let me tell Jesus,
they're loyal to greed, not money. I mean, not man.
You know, he done had his share of white women. We know he got some tucked off in the corner. You know,
about to have this shit.
But Jesus, we are talking directly to people like you. The educated people like you that, love is not blind.
You talking about, Sandra? You talking about these guys here? You talking about them?
Yeah.
You talking about them?
All of them and Jesus, who run off and get they black,
Bernard, I know you see it. Now, I just don't say a whole lot, but I see everything. Every football player on the University of Georgia team got a black football player on the University of Georgia team got a white girlfriend.
Got a white girlfriend. And you know why that?
Because white girls give good gifts.
Because they got more white. I'm telling you. The white girls earn the game for the white girl. Trust me, Drew. You know we all athletes. And growing up, Becky was all on us. Trust me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the white ain't nothing but white girls that go to University of Georgia and they go in there for a purpose. And the purpose is to get Mr. John when he get drafted #1 and boom. They raised them. The white woman raised their kids to go to kindergarten and get them middle school and it's a period. That's just the way it is. It's like that.
I don't know what it's about with others, but I've been married to a black woman 50 years. I celebrate December the 9th. and I've always preferred a black woman. Me personally, I didn't want to mix my race, and I thought the black man should stay with a black woman and white women should stay with her kind. And that was my belief. And I understand a lot of people say love is blind, but I think it's not love. Lust is blind.
Lust.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Lust.
And they want your money. They wouldn't be dating you if they didn't want you to doggone take care of them. Jesus.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Jamar,
you got 1 minute. You got 1 minute to respond before we move on to our main subject.
White girls get better gifts. Oh,
defend yourself, Jesus. Defend yourself.
Love is blind. Love is, and it's not lust is blind. Because when I'm sitting in the car with her, and when I was in school, I'm sitting in the car with her, and she put her hand on my leg. She is putting her hand on my leg because it's based on love. It ain't got nothing to do with lust because love is blind. And to my sister Chandra, guess what? If black women are not doing what they need to do, because again, you find that Asian, that Latino, that Caucasian woman who loves me, should I not be with her because love is blind? I need that support.
Go straight to hell, Jesus.
And I'll piggyback off you.
because so I'm gonna just say this. Bernard and I used to date Caucasian women when we were in high school. So I don't know why. I'm just saying. And he was down with it.
In high school.
The only time he had about one baby with him.
The only time you gonna see Charlie Brown with a white woman, I'm holding her hand for the police to lock her up. That's the only time.
Thank you, Charlie, for staying loyal to your team.
I love it. 50 years to a white woman.
Son, you been loyal? Come on now.
Hey, I'm just saying. Chandra had somebody named Alberto, and he was from Spain. So I'm just saying, his name named Alberto. He was at Savannah State. His name was Alberto, and he was a blonde-haired Spanish.
Wow.
Alberto.
They know that's a lie.
Shame the devil. Tell it.
They know that's a lie.
Oh.
Everybody knows that's a lie.
We gonna go to a commercial on that one.
Alberto Kardashian. That was his name.
We'll be right back. Do the joke of the day, but we don't have time for it because we took too long on all these other subjects because we had 7 of us on here today.
Well, my joke would be short.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Okay, joke of the day. It had to be the coldest day of the year in winter. And the mom and the dad and the son was sipping and eating soup. The son, Junior, kept interfering with his mom and dad while they was talking. And he said, "Dad, is it okay to eat bugs?" And the dad said, "Junior, this is not the place to discuss this. Wait till dinner is over with." So when dinner was, he said, "Yes, sir." So when dinner was over with, his dad said, "Now, share with me what you was talking about." He said, "I was trying to tell you, you had some bugs in your bowl, but now they're gone."
Stupid.
Sean, you got it?
So he ate the bug.
I got it.
Really.
That's
Real.
a good joke.
You interrupt our main
like
subject. Mental health is real, y'all, and he just showed us why.
Yeah.
You segue right into this also. Great segue, Charlie.
Great segue.
Because mental health is real. We have one more video that we'd like to show to take the rest of the night for this. We're only going to show different segments and different clips. Jamal, you free to go because it's your cousin. We had a councilwoman on the city of Savannah City Council that went into a rant that was incoherent and just darn right nasty and mean-spirited and everything else, but she wanted to tell everybody else how to act every day. But we know who she really is because she showed us who she really is with this 46-minute rant, mental breakdown rant that she put on, and she deleted the video recently. You can't find the video. I got it. Matter of fact, let me play it for y'all.
He hadn't done enough to prove himself. That's the kind of madness I've been sitting next to. But you know what? We go to this event.
We're gonna start at the beginning.
Good morning. Y'all ready for some tea? I'm gonna wait right here. And victimize everything from a bigger pit, large, right? Whatever. She worked for herself. She used that big seat to do small things that didn't include none of us. And she's mad. So now, this last year, she's still working for her, right? And so for these 3 years, we sat there and we were quiet because people said, okay, there's a lot of egos up there and y'all gonna calm down. But Linda Wilder Bryan, I never changed. I never lost my way. I never lost my purpose. And they big mad about that. So they've been writing checks for themselves, not for you or me or anyone else. So when you are the alderman at large, your purpose is to support the other districts. And so they get to see everything from a bigger picture. So they have sat in those big seats and made lawn chairs out of them and mad. So the work that I do, the work that Van does, or Dietrich does, or Kurt, or Nick do, it's for real. It's for real. And the only work that they've done is talking about our work. I got receipts, and y'all know it. And so every time that they're involved in anything, it's a fight. And the fight is one that does not even need to be fought. We could have gotten $65 million, and they stood on the steps of City Hall and said, no, we don't want it. But every day they talk about these programs and what we need. For 3 years, this girl talked about herself and what people had did to her. We've all been victimized. And from when I'm looking at it, that was the first black on black crime. I don't try to hurt black people, especially black females. In the work that I do, it speaks for yourselves. I'm up there trying to cheer people on and say to show what can be done when you do it together, and they're big mad. Nobody is trying to say that I'm better than them, but I'm telling you, the work.
I think y'all should get your pen so y'all can write down notes so that y'all can address some of these issues, especially when she talk about Alicia in 1 second at 5 minutes and 45 seconds. Y'all hold on, here it comes.
And victimize us, and now they're the victims. So let me just tell y'all about this liquor license. Now, before there was a Linda Wilder Bryan, there was a Linda Wilder Bryan who sat in the chamber and watched the way things are supposed to be done. Alicia was there too. But if you don't put it in a song, she ain't gonna comprehend it. Yeah, I said.
That was a slap right there. You'll put it in the song. Alicia Miller Blake ain't gonna go understand. Now that was a slap. Now she sat there with Alicia every day doing advocating and fighting, and then she is the one who traded out and did everything against the people. and for the rich people. She forgot about the little people. She take McDonald's lunches out there to some people. She takes some blankets under the bridge. She put some trash cans on 36 and Waters so that people can put their trash in. That is nothing compared to what you're giving the people, the rich people, the ones who already have. Linda Wilder Bryan, how dare you talk about the things you do and the work you've done? The work you've done is nothing. You don't even have a vote on council. Van Johnson has your vote on council. You and Dietrich, you're both are just sitting dummies.
Tell her about it. So we're sitting there, and nobody in anybody's history, especially in the city of Savannah, has one applicant given 3 opportunities to come back and talk about the same thing. Okay, so this young man talked to everybody but me, the representative of the 3rd district. So he was going around saying what Keisha and Alicia told him. Oh, she's going to be difficult. She doesn't want alcohol license to be approved. So knowing that, why wouldn't you come and talk to me? But they talked to her, and he went inside this building, had absolutely no certification at all. Now, mind you, if you've been watching any of my lives, you know that I have been off of Victory Drive on those same street with the Wardlaw people who have they want to put an Aldi over there. I could have told them that. I don't know why, because they have no connection with what's going on with the other districts other than bash the work that we do. Now, anybody who's in that position knows that you would pull from the good things from everybody's district, and they say they serve all of the people. What y'all been getting served is a bunch of bull, okay? And y'all know it. So let's talk back about this mayor. This awesome mayor that keeps getting all of these distinguished kudos, and he's serving with some women who don't even want to respect that he is the Honorable Van R. Johnson, the second of this awesome and beautiful, where people didn't even think that he was going to reach the sky where he is. He helped put Savannah on the map. And so initially, let me tell you how this was going to be. It was going to be us 6 and Van and Nick and Kurt, and they were going to be the lame duck. And these other women, and they wanted to include me, but I didn't get a lobotomy, right? They keep saying, I changed. No, I'm still doing the will of the people. I go hard for 2 months. 2 months. Listen, there was nothing wrong with my back before I came on this city council, but I've lifted stuff, pulled stuff, tote stuff to give it to people who look like me and anybody else, right? And so they continue to say, oh, I no longer raise hell, I raise awareness. Y'all ain't getting nothing aware from her, right? And so they keep saying, oh, we read the book. If they're reading this book that we get a week in advance, why do we have to sit up there and listen to them pontificate and tell us how dumb we are and how smart they are, and they ain't got shit done? Yeah, I said I was going to curse. So scratch, play like I didn't say. They ain't got nothing done but talking about the work that we've done. So they got all these people who don't like me and didn't like me in the beginning. I don't expect for them to like me now, but they liking this mess that they continue to dish out. And it's y'all following this stuff up. Y'all know this a show, right? And they know that they don't have a snow. I might not win either. And if they want some show horses, then y'all continue to vote for them. But if you want a workhorse, if I put my name on it. So she said, what's the standard in the 3rd district? The 3rd district has a standard.
What is the standard?
You about to call her fat right now.
Unlike them, we're not all over the place, and they're supposed to be all over the place, but they don't come into the 3rd district until they think that there's a disturbance that they can create. Now, if I was a city at large alder person, I would attach on to the good things that we're doing. And how you mad about us doing things for people who we said we were going to do it for? Okay? And so Alicia, y'all already know about that. She would come to stuff late when we had events, show up, take some pictures and say, look what we do, and then leave. So me and Dietrich would have to carry it there, no matter if 1 person came or 10 people came. So that's my reality. So there's no love lost there. I know she missed me because all of those white people that she say now embrace, she wanted to come to, but she don't get those invites no more because she all acting like, she at large. Yeah, she is large. Tell I said that too. And here you go with Keisha. Now, why y'all acting like She's Sister Soldier. I thought I told you. This woman would not even talk to black women because she thought that she was white and too good for us. But now she all out here like she carrying a banner and a poster child for Miss Blackdom. Come on now. Y'all know it. She thought she was better than us. She called Alicia ghetto. What Kirk should have did was call both of them ghetto because that's what she is and that's what they are. So she sit up here with these SAT big $5 words that don't mean nothing. What y'all got? Y'all go look at their posts. Go look at their posts and come back. So this like she carrying a banner ain't did nothing to nobody. And they keep saying we shutting them down. Well, let me tell you something. Every time we go into a meeting and y'all see the stuff that y'all see right there, it's not helping nobody. When you go into this meeting trying to act like you 400 years from here, right? And so they enslaving y'all. I'm not letting them enslave me. My mind does not think like that. And if y'all want to keep following up that stupidity, that division, tell me what y'all got. Tell me.
Hold on 1 minute. We're almost there.
Else building that you don't even have the pocket space. So here's the thing. I went down those. Yeah, they've been poking the bear. And I keep telling people, I don't want to be 2015. Because 2015, I raised hell in the city about my boy. You know, so they're making it personal. They need to raise some hell in this city about the main thing. And the main thing, from what I can see, on this street, is the main thing has been about them. They ain't got no initiatives. They ain't got no programs. And listen, Bernetta got all the facts and figures. How come she ain't told that boy not to put that money that he claims he put in the crew line on somebody else building that you don't even have the pocket space? So here's the thing. I went down those streets and them people say they didn't want it. They continued, roll that ticket.
Anyway, we're going to go ahead and take her out. We can't do the whole thing because it's 46 minutes. The other 20-something minutes is just as crazy as the first 23 minutes. The last 23 minutes is crazy also. So we're going to break down the first part of this thing. Anybody got any comments that they'd like to make first? We only got 20 minutes, so y'all be good with your time.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Jesus
I just wanted to say that. I wanted to just share that this video that you played was incendiary. It is just riotous. It was just wrong of you to put this out there to the public like that.
He said something. Next.
Yeah. First of all, if you got to keep talking about what you did, that means you ain't did anything. You know what I'm saying? And for you to throw these people name out there the way you did, the way you talked about people with it, that means this woman is. I wish people stop blaming mental health on stuff that you really want to say. She was wrong. She was wrong what she said about Pastor Small. This lady here is flat out an embarrassment to that counselor. And I think right now she should resign. She should resign. And for her to talk about these people the way they talk about, you ain't black either. You just as white as the rest of them. So gray hair, little piece of gray hair, that's probably what got her started. At the end of the day, you should shut up and go hide somewhere because you wrong. At the end of the day, you totally wrong for what you did and what you said. That's why she took the video down, because Van told her to take it down. Because what it is, she hurting his votes. That's why he told her to take it down. Mm-hmm. So you killing me. Don't kill yourself, but don't kill me. And that's why she took it down.
Exactly, Bernard. And then the second part to that is that, first of all, she never makes any damn sense. So, I mean, you have to be an expert in foolishness to even follow it. But I followed it just a little bit. However, you cannot keep moving the goalposts. If the statute needs to be the same across the city for getting your alcohol license. It shouldn't be one way in the 2nd district, one way in the 3rd district, one way in the 6th, and one way in the 5th. And it should not depend on what one alderwoman feels, you know. And unless you can bring me the signatures of the 2,000 people that got up behind you and said, we don't want that in our area, what you saying don't mean shit. Because you can just say that. I could say that me and LL Cool J was hanging out last night. It don't make it true. It just make it something that I just wanted to say because I think that LL is cute, you know, and she just thought that that was some cute stuff to say, you know. Yeah. But if she wasn't a tyrant, and if she didn't want to tear, you know, she's always talking on Facebook about tearing, you know, this person tearing the honorable mayor down. Don't nobody need to tear him down. He does enough for himself. And, right. Yeah. But here she is. You're coming back and doing the same thing to other people that you said that you don't want nobody doing to your honorable mayor.
Perfect example.
Yeah.
Perfect example in her rant. She simply said the person who is trying to get the license did not talk with her. It's almost like she's saying, I'm gonna vote no because you should have come talk with me.
Yeah.
That's the first impression I got. And you know what I find interesting? Old garbage and new garbage. You know the difference in the two? They all are still garbage. And that's what I want to say.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. You just don't do nothing like that. I mean, and like I say, she should be removed. And I think the people in the 3rd district should vote her out of there. Because if you got to brag about what you did, that means you ain't doing nothing at the end of the day. So go and show her in November that she need to be out, period.
Yeah.
She need to be out. Van need to be out. All they doing is packing it, sending brown bags to all their little white friends. And then they letting the black community just drain dry. Look at the 1st district where I grew up in West Savannah, the west side. It's dry. So if he sold an honorable Van Johnson, then he need to do his job or honorable get out of there. And you need to go with him too, Belinda.
He represent the 1st district for 16 years. And look at it. It looked the same way almost 40 years ago. He did not help try to bring industry in, and he was their ultimate. And I'm saying it's a problem. We keep voting for this man, and this man, we need change. 20 years is long enough. And I'm concerned. And I'm telling the people, please, they got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
on the note, just to give y'all some numbers, when she put her video out, she had 1,800, the last I count, 1,800 people watched it. Alicia's video had 11,000. So, you know, Alicia's video was with her and Keisha telling what happened and why these people should not be on council and what they're doing and how they're dictators and how there's 600 plus alcohol licenses in the city of Savannah, and only 8 people of color has a liquor license in the city of Savannah out of 600.
Say it again, Julius. Say
8 people.
That's it.
8 black people got liquor licenses in the city of Savannah out of 600 plus.
600.
That's ridiculous. 600. That's ridiculous.
And they just turned 2 people down recently in the same damn week. This girl over here got the vintage.
Beautiful.
Rashida Edwards, great place. Me and Charlie Brown and Natalie, we all went over there. Awesome place. There's no reason for them to do blackball this girl away.
Let's apply for one.
Parking up and down the street that she can park. And, you know, back on the Victory Drive, if they don't even use Johnny Harris, you got street parking all in the back, all by AutoZone, all up and down the back of that street near the Salvation Army. So that's no excuse. That is wrong. Those are young black people who want to be entrepreneurs and want to increase the economic in this community, and you turning them down. That's not right. Wrong is wrong.
And if you look downtown, you know, downtown barely has parking. Show me, parking. Okay, so why aren't they denying their alcohol licenses at the rate that they're denying people of color? You know, so I don't even want to hear it. I just feel like somebody out of that group of 600 needs to get a lawyer and file a class action lawsuit against the city of Savannah and to prove a point that you will not deny me my equal rights to be able to establish a business under the law.
The only problem with that, Sandra, is we got scary ass lawyers in this city. We have some scary, these are the scariest lawyers I ever seen in my life. Y'all are, I'm talking to all your black lawyers here, especially black lawyers, but a bunch of the other ones also. Y'all are the scariest people. Why these people got to go all the way to Atlanta every time to find somebody to come back here to sue somebody here? Y'all so scary. Y'all scared. That's why you don't make no money today. Y'all broke.
They're in the clique, Julius. They're in the clique.
They're all in the clique.
Okay, that's the
lawyers ain't gonna do nothing, Sandra. When they do it, they're gonna have to peel it and take it up to the state. Because these are sorry judges who ain't gonna do what they need to do. What you say?
Jamal, go ahead. G.
I was just going to share that there's an African-American business on Broughton Street that was on Runtel that Dottie's. They got their liquor license, and it's African-American owned. So I just want to share that Dottie's on Broughton Street will be opening up in March. So I just want to share that there was on Runtel that at 6 o'clock tonight.
That's correct. And Dottie's is inside that zone for where they wanted that. They wanted inside that overlay zone that they like. They can put all the alcohol license they want inside Dietrich's district, inside anybody's district that they want to in the downtown area. Oh, that's where 500 of the license at.
And listen, let me ask you a question. When was her license approved?
Jamal?
Her license was approved, in fact, last year, and Keisha Gibson Carter aided her with regards to getting that license done. Well, I just aided. They were in support of the license. So I just wanted to share that.
Well, that's a good point you made, but still, you need to give me some literature. I mean, 600, and we got 8 now, maybe 9 out of 600. I mean, we do things that bad. I'm just curious what you think might be the problem, because you're a pretty knowledgeable gentleman, and I look up to you to give great answers, and not just answers to appease the administration all the time, and that's what that was. Okay.
Yeah. So, and who all gonna buy it? And who all gonna buy it? Look.
Now let him give a good answer. The 600 to 9 license.
And who gonna buy all that? You got 600, and who gonna buy it? The black folks gonna buy it, go in the next store and buy it. You know what I'm saying? When you take money out the white folks' hand, then they gonna make sure that they got some, Negroes to support them to do what they're doing. 600, and then you got 8. No, it's I think it's 9 now.
It's
9 now. Jamal says 9.
Yeah, that's not even 1%.
I know, Sonya.
Is it the funds, or is it support? Lack of support. I had Mr. Hudson. He said he opened up a hair store. And everybody knew Mr. Hudson for, the barber school and all this other stuff. He said he opened up a hair store. And so for females and everything, he said that he would have went broke. Because they're black women, if you're not Chinese and behind the counter or Oriental and behind the counter, that they don't believe you.
It's Korean do the hair thing. It's the Koreans. I'm just saying. But
I'm just saying, it's like, is it the support? A black man open up a liquor store in Savannah, is that gonna make everybody that drink liquor run to that liquor store? Probably the steel, probably the,
No, there's been a man that's had a liquor store right there on 37th and Waters for a long time. And if they put more in, I mean, if there wasn't so many other nationalities that had liquor stores in that area, he would be the dominant one.
Well,
but
say, Jamal.
I was gonna say it's not about the liquor store. When we talk about the alcohol license in particular, just to share this with you, with the alcohol license in particular, they're talking about restaurants. You have restaurants and you have clubs that have tried to get alcohol license and they are denied. Where you have other restaurants, and we're not talking about the liquor store, we're talking about restaurants and clubs. They are getting it. So it's not even. I want to just be clear about it. That you have a nightclub, you have a restaurant. And so then you can't sell wine, you can't sell beer, you can't sell the other alcohol. So that comes into play. And that's why some of the issues people are saying. So I open up because, I have a nice restaurant, I have a nice establishment, but I guess I need to go back and share with you. Well, we tell people, what I've told people and some other people, one other person, we have said that tourism in Savannah is not tied to history or preservation. Tourism in Savannah is tied to alcohol. It is alcohol and food. That's what tourism in Savannah actually is about. We get it twisted thinking about events. Thinking about it's about facilities. It's like, no, tourism Savannah, alcohol and food. So that's why with regards to these businesses, when they now want to get a license, it is tied to, because again, that's a way for them to generate revenue for their business. Alcohol, not that I drink, I don't drink, but yeah.
So in other words, to give Black people the same opportunity, what would you suggest some of the Black people need to do? Because evidently the playbook, we're not playing it right because we're being turned down. Really. I know the young lady got, I got Rashida in the Vintage. I mean, Black people being turned down all over. It's something they doing wrong, or city council are not looking at them as viable business. Do you have any idea what kind of playbook that we might could use?
You got to vote these people out of office. That's the only way that you're going to get anything done, because they don't respect the citizens of this community. They think that they are the law. They think that whatever they say goes. You heard what Linda said. He didn't come to her.
How did she say that?
He went down there, filled out his paperwork, put it in, and you supposed to check it and say, okay. You can't. Her real reason is because a killing occurred to the same business because they own like 10 of them or something, all through Atlanta, all the way across Georgia, and somebody got killed in Macon, and she's making that the reason why she's turning it down. You can't do that. And then they used to have fights at the Vintage when it was a club before, and Linda is also against that, her and Van, because it was a fight there when it was a teen club or something out there at that other place.
Well,
but it's not those things anymore.
Yeah.
You're right.
But John, the white man, said that the white folks is good. Didn't he say that on the show? He said the white folks good.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
I'm just saying what he said.
He did. And we're gonna break down the second part of it. Like Ivan said, we'll save the second part of that video for next week.
Because I think he want to see the rest of it, because it's pretty interesting. It's pretty compelling about her thought and what her value on Van. We got them putting roughly $19 million worth of bricks down on Broughton Street, when the need for that personally, because it made the street smaller. You got people being evicted, high rents. It's something wrong with putting $19 million in bricks.
For somebody else to walk on.
And you got a community that's suffering, who pick up the tax bill when the tourists go home, because we have to pay property taxes, city and county, when the tourists go home. I'm saying I'm concerned for my people. Like I told you, I'm trying to get them out of Egypt. They're in punishment. Their hands are tied. I'm asking the people, please, register vote or go vote. They got to go. You just don't see what's happening. They take bricks over you. Your mama, your grandmama, your daddies are getting put out.
It's almost like that these people who we elected to put in those seats are Republicans, because Republicans don't have any compassion, none whatsoever, and they're doing the exact same things as the Republicans in Washington, D.C. So anybody voting for these people, those 6 people on that council that are going against everything for our community, anybody voting for Van, Estella, Dietrich, Linda, Purdy, and Nick Palumbo, anybody voting for those people are voting against yourself.
Just look at the homeless people's on President Street. Those $600,000 houses had them to move them. He didn't move them from no place else. They move them from down there. That's wrong.
Because they
don't
vote.
Wrong.
Because they don't vote.
And put them in West Savannah.
Yeah, put them in West.
He ain't closed down no other homeless shelter but that. If you was gonna close down the homeless shelter, you should have swept the whole city. That's not right. He is for the wrong color. He ain't for you, because you guys in Egypt and you need to get out of bondage and get away from it. Don't vote him in. He been there 20 years. That's long enough. If you cut the head off, the tail will die, and those tails will go along with it.
Okay. Well, anything, Natalie, you didn't say much on this subject, but your video is in and out. You can have the last word on this before we go. You and Bernard.
Can I say something, Julia?
Go ahead.
Can I say something, please? Okay. I'm speaking for myself, but there aren't others who feel the same way I do. I honestly don't care who people like. I don't care who likes them. I want rent control. I want pay equity. I want fair processes. I want the development corporation disguised as an institution of higher learning to pay their fair share. I want the Housing Authority of Savannah to actually help those people and maintain their properties. I don't want developers sitting on the board of the Housing Authority. I want property preserved and promoted because it is sacred ground. I vote on issues and policies. And I say to to elected officials, as well as to reassure my friends in the community, they work for us. They work for us. So this is the one thing I think this.
Your video is really weak.
Anyway.
If I gotta cheat the pass, why?
All right. Bernard, before we go, we got 2 minutes.
Hey, my biggest thing is like this. Some black folks need to stop rallying the boat, pick a side. Stop being in the middle and try to, play both sides. And like I said, I think Linda was wrong. I think Linda should resign. I think every black person that's for the right need to vote all of them out and go to the poll. Because at the end of the day, they're draining us. They're draining us. Period.
And I'd like to say this right quick, make it short and sweet. I'm saying if you're going to apply for a liquor license, make sure you do your homework, make sure you cross your T's and dot your I's and be correct so we can stand up for you. And then when they vote you down, they have to give a reason, because you need to be correct. And I want you correct. And I think these people who apply, they were correct and they're being mistreated, and that's wrong. Thank you.
Or just go and put the liquor license in the white person's name and get the liquor license, then operate as a black person. Uncle Sean, you got anything before we go?
Real
short.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. We appreciate everybody. Y'all make sure y'all tune into the Ebony Sports Reporters tomorrow, 8 p.m. We got Mona Lisa Monroe in the morning at 10 a.m. We got Pastor Smalls at 8 and 8 o'clock in the morning. With Litway Baptist. We got 2 therapists and a microphone. Next month, they'll be moving to Mondays, right before Keisha Gibson Carter's Candidly Keisha. So make sure you watch Express Opinions will be back next month also, I believe. And y'all just tune in. We're doing great things. You catch us on all social media platforms, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Roku TV. We everywhere. So y'all just tune in. Jamal, I know you ain't got nothing to say.
Let some love in your heart. Let some love come in your heart.
With
Sean,
that being said,
you stay out. Sean,
y'all stay on. Y'all stay on. We gonna have this right after we get through.
Sean,
I got to go. I won't be able to
replay. You stay out the classroom because you're no teacher. You'll never be a teacher. I'll sign a petition. I'm out of here. No teacher.
Bye-bye.
Like this.